Hey, it's me, Ball33, and welcome back to my Let's Play of Sakura Song My Love. We're on part 2 of chapter 1, and we get to meet our teammates, both current and future teammates. Right now, Shincho's trying to find his new home that the Stars Division has given him, and we walk into our first playable character, Jiminy Sunrise. Well, technically not the first. Unfortunately, she's not playable until chapter 6, which is near the end of the game, which is pretty sad because she's one of my favorite characters, both personality wise and gameplay wise. Now, Jiminy Sunrise, her story is, I was gonna say unique, but that's not really true. You've seen this kind of story in animes a lot of the time, but well, I think you kind of seen her before in part 1, aka the Masked Woman. Now you're probably thinking it's the same person. Well, yes and no. Don't want to spoil too much. Actually, I think I kind of spoiled it, but it's most likely not your first guess. Now right here, I decided to pick this one because, well, A, I thought it's going to be the wrong answer, and B, I would try to get off to a warning start, but I actually surprised this answer is actually the right answer. I'm not sure, well, I'm not sure if, well, how to explain this, now you notice in the, part 1, I played with the, battle stats from the previous game intact. That's including all the friendship that Shincho made in the last playthrough. And the higher the friendship meter, sometimes the answer will change. Well, not the answer, but the reaction of your character will change based on how high your friendship level is. Like if it's pretty low, sometimes it become a negative response, and if it's high enough, it become a positive response. Now, granted, that's really happening in the game, but it may be one of those situations. I'm kind of ignoring the screen over here, but pretty much Shinjo and Jiminy agreed to work together and escort Jiminy back to the village. Now, you may realize that I'm pronouncing it as Jiminy instead of Gemini, which is how most people pronounce it, but in this game, not sure if you heard it over my audio, but they pronounce it as Gemini, except for a few times where they pronounce it as Gemini. But for the most part, they pronounce it as Gemini. Now, Jenny is a country girl from Texas, therefore making it an automatic second favorite character. She used to be the first favorite character, but there's another character that even Texas can't beat. And I remember picking one of the bottom 2 answers before. I think one of them is also correct, while another one is a neutral response. So early on in the game, there's really not many wrong answers that you can pick. And you also notice that Jiminy has to call Shinjo Shiny. I think she's the only one that gives him that nickname. Everybody else, you should just call him Shin. And you know, Commander Sunnyside gives him like tons of different nicknames, which we'll see earlier on. Now, right now we're in Shinjo's apartment, and well, Jiminy realized that Shinjo is the new employee at Little Lip Theater, and we find out that she is the cleaning lady over there. You probably read it earlier on, but her dream is also to become a member of the Star Division. But there's something that's kind of holding her back. As you see, we see 2 people there. That one's still Audrey, and the one on the left is Cherry. There's the Cherry Cocker on the left. Audrey, I forgot her last name on the right. Now Cherry Conker is pretty much fan service, while Audrey is pretty much Helga Pataki. She's mean to Central, but secretly has a crush on him, and by secretly I mean pretty obvious, except for Central, I guess. I actually want to pretty much pick one and wrong answer there, but you know, I decided to take the high road this time. Now, if we stay quiet, I think it'd be a positive for Cherry, and Audrey will stay neutral. If you say yes, Cherry, jokingly you say, "Oh, that's great," be positive karma, while Audrey be negative karma, excuse me. In this one, Audrey get the positive karma and Cherry neutral. Cherry is a hard person to get negative karma on, but Audrey is probably the most difficult, well, second most. Now you notice that these two are not playable characters in battle. They pretty much, well, actually I'm going to say that one to later on in the part when we get to that, but you notice that they also have that karma points. I believe they're called karma points. That's what I call it. I'm sure it's more something very anime, I think. One of my favorite games, and I don't know what it's called. But if you get like enough karma points with these two, you get like, I guess, extra endings. Not like the cutscenes endings you get with the other 6 playable characters. But it's like little extra endings, like a little date kind of. Spoiler it. Sorry about that, but I may get Audrey. I'm not sure about Cherry, because Cherry can be hard to find, well, except for pretty much the little herbal thing, which we'll see later on. And Central gets a new outfit, and there's this watch that was on top of it. That becomes an important item in the game. And I think this is the part, this is the part where Kayama comes in. Now Kayama has a little shop in Midtown, which you'll see a bit later on in this video. He pretty much helps you where to go next, I suppose. I don't really go to him that much. He's really not an important person to talk to. But you do get some fun interaction with him. But I guess not compared to everybody else in the game. So you can pretty much ignore him for most of the game. He does pop up in the main story a few times, providing exposition, but for the most part he's pretty forgettable. I mean, not like he's a bad character anyway, it's just, well, not interesting, I suppose. And I see Cherry Conker like to make jokes like that. Always teasing Shinjiro. I suppose some of the other girls does that too. Not the majority. I'll show you later on in this video. Well, I think it's part 2. I'm not entirely sure about that, but we'll see later on. Now I think this is the part where, oh no, we still got a little exposition there. But I think we're reaching to the part where we get to explore the town a bit and go to many places. DC also work at the Little Theater. Pretty much the majority of people that you meet, well, maybe not the majority, but all the main people you meet works in the Little Theater one way or another. And now we get to explore the town. Sometimes you explore it by yourself, but in this case we're exploring it with Jiminy Sunrise. And we get to explore the many places of New York. Right now we're going to a coffee shop. Later on we may meet my boy LPH over here since we're in New York. But when you go to these places and like one of the main characters will be there, and this is your chance to increase your karma points to, increase your friendship in battle. These are pretty important, so choose carefully. It's like, New York people, help me out here. I know gunfire's, crime is high over there, but is it that common that if a gunshot happens that everybody just stay calm like that? I find that pretty weird. I mean, I guess for Ratchet Artillery it's not that weird, but for every New York citizen, like, really? I don't know. Maybe LPH will tell me in the comments if he's listening. But yeah, this is a chance to increase some karma points, and you notice on the top left, that's kind of like our time limit. Each place you go to, it takes away 5 minutes, and sometimes the game will tell you, oh yeah, you need to be back at this time. So, and once you reach that time limit or past it, it pretty much shows you that it can give you the option of, go to your next destination to continue the story or continue exploring the town. And that little meter right there, that's like another addition. Oh yeah, I think I did show that off in the first part. But pretty much in this part, the meter is kind of you need to be somewhat accurate on it. Like if you put it too low, you'd be too quiet, and if you put it too even a little bit up, you'd be a little bit too loud. But you can go louder as you can see there or imagine. But I decided to use the proper speaking tone. Maggie's Grocery, usually not really interesting part over here, or the least boring part in this part of New York, or the village that they call it. I'm not sure if there's actually any interesting conversation or any chance to increase your karma points. Let's see. Sorry, every time I record this, the sound is always off, and I can barely read the text over here. Let me bring my computer closer. Yeah, editing fail. Oh, you get to see, some of the starter vision in action, and we get to meet those two in this video, I believe. Yeah, we do. I'm sorry, this is like a long part. I'm thinking about either cutting it in half or just uploading one video. I try to fast forward and, try to get to it faster without, moving the dialogue real fast so y'all can keep up with the story. But now we're in a new part of New York called Midtown, which is, I guess, the fanciest place in New York, where all the high-class rich people hang out. And pretty much, Ratchet just gave us a hint that, the starter vision went to the apartments. So pretty much, we gotta go to the apartment to see what's up, which is right there. Unfortunately, we missed the battle, but we will get to the battle in part 4, depending on if I decide to break this video or not. I probably won't, just to make it easier, though uploading on YouTube will probably take a while, but it'd be great. Now remember, the Starter Vision are kind of a secret group that, protect our identity, so we can't tell them, real part of it. I guess they're kind of like superheroes that way. Though they do got some connection to the government. Where they got contact with the government. I'm not sure if they have any actual connection to it. But we get to see Central Park here. A nice area. And I guess we get to go to the other part of the gameplay of the adventure mode. And get to interact with Journey Sunrise a bit. Pretty much you get to examine her or have a conversation. Like right there, the microphone means to speak with her. The magnifying glass means to examine her. And really, Shinshiro, usually Shinshiro don't make those kind of comments unless you well, pretty much you point at her breast. Yeah, you can do that in the game, but I'm not gonna do that. I mean, making those picking the weird answers one thing, but I got my limits. Pretty much examining it for the second time usually trigger a conversation like this, and sometimes you reveal more about the character's personality a bit, or a reason why they have this weapon, or a little bit more of the backstory, I suppose. Jiminy Sunrise pretty much don't wear clothes like that. Mostly because of Cherry advice, I suppose. Let's speak with her again. Sometimes you get a chance to have those multiple choice questions to increase your karma. Sometimes you don't, so I guess pick your answers wisely. So tempted to pick that one, but again, taking a high road here. Yeah, you figure out that she's into martial art, or samurai fight, and her backstory will reveal that later on. Well, much later on. It's a pretty long game, mainly because it's mostly story based. RPGs are really like to tell the stories very much. Well, not every RPG, I guess. Pokemon is Pokemon does tell a story, but I guess in this case this one's more story focused, while Pokemon is more level grinding and training your Pokemon. This is the one unique thing about this RPG, is that you don't level up by level grinding, you level up by communication pretty much. And now we're at the Little Theater, and we get to take a good look at the priest. We're at Sherry's bar, that's where she works. Sorry about that. I was just fixing the computer, I was hearing kind of static, but pretty much this triggers a funny conversation. Yeah. Now the two right answers is her lips or her eyes as well. I picked the lip because it has a funny reaction from Jiminy, as you're about to see here. You find out quickly that Jiminy Sunlight is a very jealous person and not afraid to, express that, as she just karate chop Shinjiro. Kind of wish that it'd be much funnier if there's like an actual animation of that. But unfortunately, we just get sound effects. I guess that works too, I suppose. And we get to find out that our watch is also like a phone. So it's pretty much like a modern day cell phone at this point. Again, this is, even though it's based on you know, actual history, 1920s. Of course, there's going to be some inaccurate stuff in there. I decided to, move on to the story and meet Ratchet Arthur upstairs, back to the building that has grass, back to the top of the building that has grass, and then another building on top. Again, pretty sure that's not possible, but again, video game logic. Let's see. I think we're about to meet the first two playable characters of this game. Let's see. Yeah, we're about to meet our other playable characters here. Now, pretty much, oh yeah, this one we get to meet one of my favorite characters. I mean, the favorite character, Sakura Kujo. Now, first time playing this game, I'm imagining that we both got the same thought in our head. Is this a guy or a girl? And pretty much the video game asks that same question too. And it's kind of a running gag because Subaru pretty much don't reveal his or her gender, keeping a mystery to everybody. See, he says it to himself, but Subaru's pretty much respond that she actually heard Central said it, but he actually didn't. Yep. Pretty much Subaru's catchphrase. Subaru is Subaru, nothing more, nothing less. Now in this part, the only right answer is not picking one of the answers. The first two leads to neutral response, while the third one is obviously the negative response. I think in my second or third playthrough, I decided to pick that one because the first two wasn't a right answer. It was a neutral answer, and I picked that one because, like, was that one the right answer since the first two was very neutral? Of course, I was wrong, but I did enjoy that reaction. Maybe I'll show it another time. But yeah, this is one of the few occasions that not picking the answer is the right one. Now we get to meet our second playable character, Karen Archer. At first I thought it was pronounced Sharon. I never thought of pronouncing it with a K. I'm not sure why they spell it that way, especially considering that this is English localization name. Her Japanese name, I forgot the first name, but I think it's Sagittarius. Her last name is, but in this one it's Karen Archer. Yeah, again, it's usually based on history, 1920s. Karen Archer is not only an actor, but she's an attorney and also Save the Day, part of the Star Division. Subaru is also an actor in Little Theater, also part of Star Division, and that's pretty much it. So Karen Archer, I'm not sure how she's able to have all the time to do all three jobs pretty much. Now this one I decided to pick an answer that increases Subaru's karma points. In case you're wondering, the one to increase Karen's Archer point is asking for an autograph, which is pretty easy. But reason why I picked Subaru because A, I think that's the ending I'm gonna go with, and B, getting karma points for Subaru is pretty hard compared to the others. you pretty much gotta think like I was gonna say strange, but I guess that's kind of rude. I guess unique person. Subaru is weird like that. And you see here, Karen Archer is has mistaken Shinjo as a minor, which, you know, he's 19 years old, but yeah, he really doesn't look his age. And I guess if you like Raven from Teen Titans, you probably enjoy Subaru for her humor, I guess. Well, not monotone. I guess deadpan humor. And as you can see here, Karen has a bit of an anger problem, which of course will result into hilarious situations just like this one. And pretty much she's angry about having a minor on the staff here. And well, this one, believe it or not, this one's the right answer. Pretty much calling your boss awful. And though in the real world, you probably want to take your boss side than anything else. I like Commander Sunnyside's reaction to this.
Why the devil are you taking her side? You know she's wrong. Mr. Tiger, you are here to help direct our
again, if you're not the kind of person who is into the story and just want to get to the action part, this game is probably not for you. But if you like the story so far, you're most likely going to enjoy the game. There's actually some people who actually enjoy the story of the game rather than the gameplay itself, or the battle mode in particular. Which I don't know. I really like the battle mode too. It's really fun. Unfortunately, we won't get to see that until part 4. But I had a lot of fun, you know, picking all the answers and getting these different reactions. I mean, if it's like all basic reactions like, oh, good job, or yeah, I agree, this game wouldn't be as much fun as it is right now. I guess this is the part where Shinjo figured out that he wasn't supposed to be here. Pretty much they're expecting his uncle Ichiro Ogami to be here, mainly because A, he got more experience, and I think B, to become the new captain, though Ratchet Artier is already the captain already. And well, I guess later on you'll find out what happens that may explain that, but for right now it's still, I wouldn't say completely vague, but there's some pieces left in the puzzle, I suppose. And right now Shinjo's like he's feeling underappreciated, which, you know, I don't blame him. I mean, he has trained and, you know, worked his way up, and being rejected without actually given a chance, I mean, I don't blame him. And you get to pick an answer to reflect his emotion right later on. I do kind of blame everybody else for not giving him a chance, but at the same time, I guess, you know, they wanted someone with more experience, and I don't blame them. I guess I blame them for taking out Shinjo, but they should probably be taking out Ichiro Ogami, really. But, you know, I don't blame them for being upset.
This is America, where nothing is not practical. If you really want to be part of the team, just prove that you can be useful.
I really like Russian artist dialogue, especially the ones coming up here.
Passion is great and all, but it's useless without
And I really think that's pretty true. I mean, everybody can have passion for something, but
they have to earn it.
you still gotta work for it to make it happen.
And if you can't,
And I'm not saying
to call up the command.
having so much passion is wrong. I'm just saying
There's no time to
if that's all you have, then it's pretty much useless, I suppose. I mean, you still gotta work for it,
but I have to get
try to improve,
performance.
and pretty much, try to overcome the odds, I suppose. And again, passion is fine, but it is pretty pointless if you're not willing to, work for it and try to actually move on with. Yeah, I'm kind of stumbling there, but I think you get the idea. And we're about to see the first prey here, and it's a decent cutscene, though. Well, you're about to see. Yeah, about to see here.
Amazing. So this is the power of a New York musical.
Now, like I said in the earlier, the first part, I was gonna say earlier in the video, but in the first part, I said the animation is great, and again, that's no exception here. But I guess it would have been better if there was some dialogue in the play, at least. And right now, can't we talk about that? There's an mystery going on, which you think having people there, I'm assuming there's still people there, like they wouldn't be suspicious, like why on earth does Adina have that? I guess that's like the form of the emergency broadcast system. And well, Central always wanted to help out, but of course they won't let him because he's inexperienced despite having proper training. Pretty much, again, not picking the answer would lead to adding combo points with while carrying this situation. But Shinjiro still decided to disobey orders and try to be part of the action anyway. And pretty much the base is right there. And pretty much Shinjiro still gets some bad news that can't play any in the reindeer games.
Clean up the theater.
Yeah, bad jokes, but pretty much Shinjiro still getting denied.
Cleanliness is of the highest importance. You have your orders,
It's
Lieutenant.
like, I'm not sure how high Lieutenant rank in, the Star Division, or, Imperial Assault Force, I guess, since that's the whole company name there. But I guess not high enough to be part of the action yet. And Shinjo felt like he's about to give up. Well, almost give up, but he's going to decide to talk to Commander Sunnyside for a bit. And that's pretty much the end of Chapter 1, Part 2 there. I hope you enjoyed it, and please like, subscribe, comment, and hopefully the third part I can do this a bit better. I don't think I did a terrible job, but I know there's some parts that I could have done a whole lot better. And as you can see there, we get to see, you know, how strong the trust bond between these characters are. And condition pretty much means from highest to lowest. Thank you and goodbye.